guys, it's Grace and Wally, and today I'm going to be showing you how to deep clean your bird's cage. I try to do this about once a month. In the summer months I do it the way I'm going to do it today, but in the winter months I usually just take a wet washcloth and some dish soap works well and just wipe it down. Because obviously I can't take my cage outside and spray it off in the middle of winter. Unless you live somewhere warm, of course. But I don't. I live in Wisconsin where it's cold like 9 months out of the year. I already took off the sheet that I usually have on there, and that's in the washing machine getting washed. And also I took out the newspaper on the bottom and just threw that away. Yeah, so I'm just gonna jump in and show you kind of how I deep clean Wally's cage. So make sure when you're taking the bird cage outside, your bird is in a safe location so they can't escape out the door while you're moving the cage outside. So Wally's just sitting on one of his perches in the bathroom, and I'm going to close the door so he can't fly outside. Alright, so just a quick note, I do deep clean the bowls in his cage once a week, but I'm going to show you how I do that as well today. And then I do the perches and toys, like all that kind of stuff, every 2 weeks when I swap them out. Alright, so here's all Wally's bowls and toys and perches and whatnot. They're just in really warm water with some dish soap, and I just let them sit in here while I do the rest of his cage, and then I will scrub them off and let them dry before putting them back in the cage. And always make sure to rinse them off really well before you put them back in the cage, because if there's some of the sudsy residue left on it, it can make your bird sick. So just make sure they're nice and rinsed off before you put them back in the cage. But we'll do more with these later. Alright, so as you can see, the cage is basically completely emptied out. I took all of his stuff off the ledge there, and I basically just left in those perches because they're kind of hard to take out. So I'm just going to wash those while they're in the cage. I'm going to take this outside and then I'll show you how to do the cleaning. Alright, so I have the cage outside. I took off the little grate and the shelf on the bottom. So I'm going to just take the hose and go ahead and spray this cage down, and then I'll wipe it down with my bucket of soap. Alright, now I have this bucket of soap, so I'm going to take my washcloth and just scrub everything down. Once you've scrubbed the outside well, make sure you get the inside of the cage and anything you left inside, like the perches. Then of course you want to scrub down the little inserts to your cage as well. Then you'll want to take the hose and just spray everything down again, and make sure you get all the soapy suds off. Then you can just use a paper towel to just gently wipe everything down. But it will be having time to air dry as well, so don't feel like you have to get everything perfectly dry, just dry enough that it can air dry semi-quickly. Alright, so as you can see, I have it up here on the deck because then the wheels can dry and they don't get rusted. I'll just let it sit out here for a while until it looks pretty dry, and then I'll give it one last wipe down to get those stubborn little pools of water that sometimes get in like these types of areas. I have the doors open so even like the little hinges can dry, and the little ledges over here just leaning against the chair so they can dry as well. Alright, so now all of our dishes have been soaking for a little while, so I'm going to take my washcloth and just wipe everything down. Wipe out the dishes and wipe off the perches, and then these will just sit and dry for a little while until the cage is dry, and then it'll go back in there, and then I'll probably switch out the perches because I try to do that every 2 weeks or so. So here is all of the perches and toys and mirrors and all sorts of stuff all washed up. I made sure I rinsed everything really well so there's none of the soap left on there. And then this can just air dry, and then I'll take a paper towel or towel and dry everything off a little bit later and make sure everything's completely dry. Alrighty, and here's the finished product with a brand new clean cage. He's probably gonna go get a snack now. So that's how you deep clean your bird's cage. I hope it helped you guys. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment below what kind of videos you want to see in the future. And subscribe to my channel so you never miss another video. I'll see you next time. Bye!